Well, hello, all you wonderful, wonderful, fantastically, what shall I say, awesome people out there. Welcome to Pepper's Echo. My name's Andre, and it's so good to see you all. I do apologize for being late. You're never going to guess what I'm busy doing. Work. So I do apologize. How's it, Buzzy? I got it out early today. Dylan, how's it going? Dylan Combrink, how are you keeping, my friend? Ina, or should I say Peach, is busy doing PPTs for a friend, so she's here. So she won't be on again today. I think she's just dodging us there. Debbie Murray, how are you keeping, me dearie? Always fantastic. Yeah, September's going to be a good one. How's it, Cam? How are you keeping, my friend? It's going along. Alison, the beautiful lady from the Bay. You keeping along? Everyone's still struggling with bronchitis. Jeez. Isn't it spring? You're not allowed to be sick. You're not allowed to be sick during spring. Hey? That doesn't work out well. Beautiful rain. Yeah, hope you had a good weekend. Yeah, the weekend is still going. Waar is Mr. Holiday steeds op holiday? Jeez, Hendo. Our favorite European South African. How's it going, Hendo? Always good. Obladi, what? Oblada oil. No. What's it? Olbas oil. Okay, no. Mixture essentials. Okay. Take it easy, Alison. Free medical advice, Debbie. Yeah. I'm going to have you on the show, Debbie, and we'll have at least 15 minutes for Dr. Debbie. No, I'm kidding. Lynn, right. Have I got everybody here now? Yeah. I'm flying solo. The lady is busy with something again. No, PPTs, and she's waiting for a friend to come and do it, so she's doing PPTs for them. Hendo, chilling, a few health issues, soldiering on. Oh, Mr. Coral, Pastor Coral, well done. You beat me to it. How are you keeping, my friend? Always good. Debbie Murray, Alison, everyone. Did I greet everybody now, Debbie? Advice gained from many others. I was just joking, Debs. Somebody says shouted Lynn, but who's there? It's probably Buzzy. Okay. Well, I nearly shat myself this afternoon. I was taking a look and I was thinking, okay, we're going to try, seeing as we're going to do some streaming up again, we're going to pop in and see what we can do about getting StreamYard back into payment mode. But hectic me, it has been a little worrying to see. Remember when I used to have it, it was $25 a month. And then when I wanted to leave, they offered it to me for $10 a month. StreamYard is now $45 a month for a normal one. So I'm going to have to take it at Restream, or there's that, I think it's called Melon or something like that, which is the OBS easy stream thing or something like that. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it's as cool as this, etc. Not that you can get any less cool than this kind of background, but yeah, what can I say? Coral, Debbie, how was the first week schooling? Dude, you're not going to believe it, but I actually feel guilty going to school. And I'm going to tell you why, because I want to pull up my my schedule here. I have, for the week, 13 classes, and they're all different classes. So I do like one lesson. They're grade 11 and grade 12. So I do like one lesson and both of them, because it's just discussion. It's ESL. It's just talking. There is no actual physical classwork. It's discussion. It's talking. It's getting them talking, etc. Oh, good grief. You okay, Cam? Your stream didn't start. I take it everyone can hear me. I didn't even say, can you hear me? Because I can't hear myself, but I don't set it off because otherwise the sound is bad for you guys. But I have 3 classes on a Monday, 2 classes on a Wednesday, 2 classes on a Tuesday, 1 on a Wednesday, 3 on a Thursday, and 4 on a Friday. I work myself to death on a Friday. But yes, is White Sulu here? Oh, hello, Fiona, our beautiful lady in waiting. How are you, my dearie? It is so good to see you. I am very, very happy to see you here. Okay, but I must say thanks to Coral as well, because I actually had a chat to Coral when I was having a mental breakdown. And so what do you do when you're going to go south? You go north and go and find your pastor, because he's a little bit closer. You know what? So he's a little bit closer to the cell phone tower to upstairs than what I am. So you're going to ask him. But anyway, Coral's always like really, really forward with things. And he says, you know what you like under stress? Take something easier. Don't go for the money. Don't go for the status. So yeah, we could have the status and we could have the money, or we can have 13 classes in a week, which means I have 3 classes on Monday. My first class starts at 9:20. So I only have to go in at 9:20 or be there by like 9 o'clock. Unfortunately, my last one finishes at 5:30. On Tuesday, my first class only starts at 2. So I only get to work at about 1 o'clock on a Tuesday, but then it finishes at 5. On Wednesday, though, I only have 1 class from 10 to 11 till 11:30. So I literally go into work from 10 to 11 until 11:30, and then I go home. Thursday, I have 10 to 11. I start only, but I finish at 5:30. Friday is a terrible, terrible day. I need to wake up early on a Friday because I have a class at 20 to 8, and then I finish at 4:20. But it's the 4 classes with a lot of space in between. Very, very nice place, though. It's a big school. It's an old school, and we've got a sort of a teacher's office we can sit. Yeah, closer. Yes, much closer, Coral. You've got the 5G. I'm still on what do they call it, HTTPS or whatever. You've got the 5G line, Coral. So yeah, your advice definitely panned out. Although one is always very, very. You know what? We always want more. We've got enough. You know, when you take a look and you see how much people are needing things, and then you think, yeah, but I want. And I think to myself, do I want it? Yeah. I've got one of those dial-up modems. Coral's got like flipping 1 meg line, 100 meg line fiber up there. Definitely. But yeah, it's difficult to stay on schedule, Dylan, especially when you've got to wake up at about 10, 11 o'clock on a Saturday, on a Wednesday, just to go into class for an hour and come back again. And then, of course, it's really, really nice. I'm going to talk about things now, staying humble, because humble should be the bumble for today. And you know what? I keep stressing. I don't know why, but yeah. Yeah, Cam, I can believe it's still going to take some time for you to heal, bro. But yeah, what's Fiona saying? Many thanks. Very warm welcome. It's lovely to see you. This live stream is the highlight of my week. Yeah, those lights are quite high because it can't be me. This ugly mug's not going to work for you. Hinda says, Innate desire more. Coral has his WiMAX 4 upstairs. Indeed. Anybody need Coral's help? You ask him now. He's closer, dude. I tell you, the man's got towers like you won't believe. Light the fire under his bum. Yeah, okay. So yeah, there's and the only thing is like it's not blasphemous, but they've got this like one little sort of hall in the middle across the road from the fountain that looks sort of like almost like a little church. That everyone goes like, "Are we going to church?" And I'm like, "What?" And then next thing, you can just go downstairs. There's a little gym. There's a pool table. There's free coffee and snacks and everything. You just like sit and chill there if you don't want to sit in the office and do work or whatever. So wow, it's like, yeah, you almost feel guilty getting paid to do what you're doing, but it's good. But I'm trying to put to what's Carl? Don't be fooled. We all use Apple phones, says Carl. You know what? I've got a bloody Apple phone, and you know how I miss my Samsung. I miss my Samsung with a sore heart. Well, I've still got it, and every day I'm tempted to go back to my Samsung. But that was also more of a want than a need, because everyone needed to have Apple phones. You know, Apple works in China. Apple's the thing to do in China. So instead of just sticking with my phone, but no, Apple Maps works in China, Apple translates better, and Apple actually works in China. Whereas obviously Android has its little temptations, but it still actually does work. So, yeah. What's Debbie saying? My turn to embrace my drivers next month as it expires. We'll test run for Andre. What drivers are we? Oh, thanks. Yes, please. Thank you. You know what? I'm talking about computers. So when you spoke about drivers, the first thing I thought it was files, driver files or whatever. What's it? Kan nie Apple afford nie? Phones afford nie, it says in there. Well, you know what? As I said, it's one of those things again that you end up wanting, and it's what Carl also said. You know what? What do you want? Do you want fame and fortune, or do you want happiness and peace of mind? And the bottom line is, we are creatures of nature. That you know, the minute I get into a job, I want to climb for the top, and that's the first thing I've got to stop doing it, because I just climb myself into trouble. It's just like sitting back and saying, you know what, I'm happy. Yeah, no, the Samsung. Debbie, you're not going to believe it. I still have that 10 Rand note in the back of my Samsung phone as well. It's like, you know, it's sentimental. It's worth far more than 10 Rand. Samsung, yeah, I've got the S22 Ultra. It's not like I got a stupid little Samsung phone. It's a beautiful Samsung phone. But no, because everyone said Apple, guess what? Andre went out and he bought an Apple. Did I need it? No. Should I have got it? No. Did I get it? Yes. Could I do with the money right now? Yes. But yeah. Something, as I said, which I will probably have to have a good cup of coffee over the phone with Coral and get onto his fiber line again a bit. What's it? Peace of mind can't take fortune with you. Indeed, it can't. Ina's still looking for something now as well, but yeah, a little bit difficult. Hipman 10 Rand note. Yeah. What's Fiona to say? Hendo, it's beyond a joke now. I'm considering immigrating back to South Africa. Yeah, what's Enda say? Want to look UK tight bloody budget here. Shame. And Fiona, how's your son who's just gone to Germany? How's he finding Germany? Is he settling down there? Has he enjoyed it? Is he happy there? I've had a friend who's left South Africa on the 27th of September. August, and he's gone to the Netherlands. He used to work for Eskom. He was quite high up in Eskom, and he just was also working himself to the bone. He's also just gone down to actually just relax his life a bit. And yeah, you know what? We creatures of nature and creatures of habit, and it's a terrible, terrible thing, because a habit is almost like boiling a frog. You don't know how it comes along, but all of a sudden it's taken your lifetime, because I just don't think I'm grown up yet. I still want to do a lot of things when I'm big, but it's like boiling a frog, and next thing you've got a bad habit, and it is a bugger to shake it. And we creatures of habit. Fiona, what's Enda say? Fiona looking to go somewhere else in the next couple of years. UK going to the dogs. Yeah. What's Cameron say? I need to get a 2 terabyte M.2 NVMe hard drive. Solid state. Very nice. Once you get 2 ones, then if the one blows, then at least, but mind you, solid states don't really go for it. Eh? What about Ireland? Any bet? I think Ireland is quite expensive as well, isn't it? I've got a friend there as well, and I know him and his wife have to work their butts off. They've got 2 kids at school. Hendo says, just avoid the woke German Karens. Fiona says he's absolutely loving it there. That's wonderful. We're looking at him moving to George. Oh, wonderful, Debbie. We're looking moving to George out of Johannesburg, also after quality of life. Most definitely so. Hello, Arbot, our 6-star Michelin chef. How's it going? Arbot, we need to get together sometime when we get to South Africa. Everybody, and we need to have you cooking for us because we always check your lack of cooking. But we never get to test it. We've got to get some kind of testing thing working out. Yeah. Hendo says near Debbie Moore, cockweather and got too much social issues. Okay, so he's not, doesn't spark the Irish either. Fiona says definitely go to George if it's an absolute beautiful place. You have the whole of the garden route, and George is stunning. And it's also this little place that people leave alone because it's close enough to the sea to get there, but not close enough to live on the beach. So people don't bother George too much. So it's a wonderful place. I have another friend, and I've got so many friends in South Africa, all poppies. He settled down and he moved from Kimberley to George, and he's never been happier. DB says, what's it? We applied my first job last week in George. Let's see what goes. Speak to Carl. I'm telling you, he's got those lines, Debbie. He's got those lines. It just works out. You know what, Carl? This is the message you need to send up there. So nothing stops it. Not even load shedding stops that thing. No, I'm kidding. We're really holding thumbs and hoping that it comes through for you, Debs. Arbot, halfway to Cape and PE. Yeah, we'll be able to come and visit you from PE. It's not too far, I don't think. George is lekker. Yeah, I'm holding thumbs for you. Yeah, I hope we hear that you have moved to George, where there's not very much internet traffic, and you should have fast lines there. But yeah, Debbie, if I wanted to retire in SA, we'll look at George as a possibility. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so I was going through this week, and we've got this thing called Taobao, which is like almost like Takealot, but you've got to use it because you can't. There's no stores to buy anything, so it's called Taobao. Anyway, everything's ridiculously cheap on it as well, because you're buying Chinese stuff in China, so you can imagine how cheap it is. You pay cheap for Chinese stuff, so yeah, it's even cheaper over here. And you go through there, and it's like, oh, we've got to get a fan, we've got to get the seating for the balcony, we've got to get this, we've got to get this. Meanwhile, we're busy nipping chunks to try and get through the month, and then you wanting. I want this, I want that, I want to get this. You know what? I've got a laptop, this one that I'm working on at the moment, and I've got a nice little one for school, but. Now I want to build a PC bigger and faster, although I have World of Warcraft on my PC and it is working, and I could play the new expansion, which was like, whoa, can't believe that I got an EU server that actually works with a ping lower than what I had in Cambodia, and I'm playing on a VPN, which is fantastic. But yeah, I don't think I'll be playing tonight, although maybe I'll squeeze a game in. I just want to see how far I get on my PPT, or my presentation for the guys. But yeah, Debbie, if I wanted to retire in SA, look, Debbie says, my grandparents retired in George, were very happy, says Fiona. Yeah, no, I think it's a great place. But we've got to watch our urges, because I've got to mark my words, because I know a lot of people are struggling. So I don't want to say we have more than enough. I've been very, very fortunate. But and you know, my stress is financial. And it's like, why are you financially stressing? Well, I just don't know if I'll have the surplus that I want. And yeah, um, people want a surplus. I'm looking at stuff on the internet and I'm like, oh, this is so many dollars. That's so many dollars. It's beyond the fact that my Cambodian bank account looks like the Japanese flag. It's so blown apart at the moment. But yeah, it's just this thing of ours. And I mean, Taobao's got cheap stuff, but if you keep adding cheap stuff together, it adds up to money eventually that you just didn't have. And next thing, where did it all go? I mean, it cost me, say, 50 RMB a day to get to school and back. That is 250 RMB a week, and that's 1,000 RMB a month, and that's without going anywhere else. So that's one of the reasons why I want to get my what's the name? License sorted out, ASA GT yesterday P, because then I can actually get my Chinese driver's license, and then I can switch it over to then I can actually rent a car, which probably will be a little bit more, but far more convenient for Ina and I and the pups. Jessie is putting on so much weight that I don't think she can even afford to go on walks anymore. She just sort of like lies there looking at you going, I'll stick to the aircon while I'll be back later. Yeah, Hendo, to make a long story short, what you need is far more important than what you want. Stick to the basics, don't waste it. But my point is, we have a habit. We do it without thinking. I've actually just tried to make a bit of a point of cognizantly thinking about it. And the more I think about it, the more grateful I am for what I have, actually, and the less stress I get. But whenever I stop thinking, I find myself, we'll just get this. This is only 50 RMB on there, and then they'll deliver it. And then this is just another 50 RMB on there. And, oh, yeah, you know what? Let's get some extra things to eat along the way as we are on next thing. What happened to the last 500 RMB? Oh, okay, that went down the tubes. Very nice. But yeah, another good thing is, wow, last night I was all over the couch. The Springboks, they won, and I'll take the win. 4 times in a row that we walloped the All Blacks. So I don't know who's supporting the All Blacks, but sorry for you. It's not going to work for you. So that's wonderful. I'm getting to watch rugby again. I got to watch Chris again. I got to watch his thing on Ronaldo and Ramon's thing. I don't know what's happening with the DA, because I must admit, Ramon's a very nice guy, and I do believe he's pretty intelligent, but I know he's a bit of a sharp shooter, and he does shoot a little bit to the right and his mouth off. And if he's going to be the chief of staff of the Ministry of Agriculture, I don't know if Ramon even knows much about gardening in his backyard. So being able to talk the talk, sure, and walk the walk is the next question. Are they going to have to learn together? It's unfortunate, because not only Ramon, but there's another lady that he actually appointed as well. And of course, they've just dragged poor old Ronaldo onto the bandwagon too in the process. So I was looking at that Zapiro's little a cartoon. I don't know if you saw. It's got Kabanak, Gous, and Steenhuisen all standing, and I think Zilla all standing in a row, and like the old South African flag on the right-hand side, and then jumping to the right-hand side, and at the bottom it says it's just a jump to the right, and them all doing that. So no, it's not going to the right, but yeah. And that was a very close rugby game. Yeah, my butt has still got the couch sponge in it, but yeah, a win is a win, and I'll take it. Yeah, David, no wonder people lose their voice. Yeah, I lost the couch pillow that way. It's indeed very good quality, amazing low prices, especially now that they're having a summer sale. Yeah, where's that? Hendo, find out from Fiona where the summer sale is, and then you can afford more stuff. But yeah, so I don't know, but I'm actually getting to watch a little bit more on Chris. I haven't got to watching the other ones yet, Hendo, because I am trying to watch a lot more things on programs, and then of course I'm watching a lot on gaming because it's the new World of Warcraft expansion. It is the first time in I think 13 years, 12 or 13 years, that the expansion released and I never had it. I just couldn't go with it. I just waited and waited until we sort of kniped and then took it. Hinder, I was watching Angry Santa, Chris Wyatt ranting like a mad hatter with his book hat yesterday on his YouTube channel. I haven't seen that one. No, I have not seen that yet. I must say, I went to sleep rather late last night, and then I woke up rather late this morning. I woke up rather late yesterday because I ended up on a 4 o'clock yesterday and a 4 o'clock today as well. And hopefully I don't do 4 o'clock tomorrow because I've got to be up at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Terrible, terrible things. Tisk. What's the time now? It's 8:30. It should be 8:30. Carl, aren't you supposed to be getting ready for work? You're going to keep those lines going, bro. Are we depending on you? It's pure smear campaign, premeditated effort to undermine their reputation, credibility, and character. Yeah, no. Look, everyone will jump at it. I'm just questioning the fact that there are people with you know what? As I say, just from my side, I'm quite happy for Ramon to go into politics and things to that effect. I'm just questioning the fact that as it looks and as it is, will it deliver? And it doesn't take much to deliver more than what the ANC does. You actually just need to pick up a pen and start working, and you've already beat them by 50%. Watching way too much Big Bang Theory vids on YouTube and Third Rock from the Sun. USA comedy. Yeah, no, I was watching this afternoon as I was busy working. I had a little YouTube thing. There was some Trump thing live on again as well. And I was watching the Trump Thump. And yeah, but talking about the Big Bang Theory, I've got into watching Young Sheldon, and it's really, really cool, and I love it. It's sharp and it's cute and everything to that effect. But I'm not very fond of the fact that he keeps on harping on being an atheist and like ending up challenging the priest all the time. Yes, it's a funny thing or whatever, but a lot of kids that age are watching as well and are not taking it into the context that we are. I don't know, just a shot in the dark, but I don't know what you think about it. What are you saying, Hendo? Typical communist modus. Let me put these things up a bit, and I can also read them properly. Lol, true story, Andre. Anything will beat ANC effort. Yeah, no, geez, you just need to sit down, not go to the toilet once, and then you've spent more time at work than what they are. Typical communist modus operandi in South Africa. Character assassination. Roman Kabanak don't really care. He will just troll them. He's got to be careful, though. He's going to have to be more diplomatic. He doesn't have the open firepower, because you know what happens. I mean, take a look at what happened to Ronaldo. I mean, it's 16 years ago of a menial era which had an absolutely, totally different context. And they are going, dare I say this without getting sued, ape about it. So yeah, unfortunately, he's going to have to be a little tactful, and he's not going to be able to shoot from the hip as much as what he did, which was a good thing. I liked it. That's what I enjoyed about Ramon, first of all, is actually that he was like spot on and head on, and he just like, you know what, those little terrorists over there. I am enjoying old Byron. Byron was his partner. I don't know how he got lumped with the whole morning shot thing, but I'm pleased he did, because he's still carrying on quite strongly, and I'm pretty happy about that. Trump was live streaming yesterday. He was live streaming this afternoon as well. Trump was. As I say, Trump, I think, to a certain extent, gets things done. I know there's a lot of people that don't like him, but I'm telling you, he's the lesser of two evils if you look at Diablo Harris, because she's just, yeah, the devil herself. I have no intention or no wish to meet Donald Trump at all. He's the biggest narcissist I've ever come across, but he seems to get things done because even Russia can't stand up to his little tantrums. However, if he does make it, he is going to have to walk the walk, which I think he possibly can as well. I mean, he's used to always getting his way, so yeah. Sheldon challenges his mother a lot. Yes, I do. It's just the fact, probably the last 2 or 3 episodes that I watched that actually emphasized his atheism a lot, and I didn't enjoy that too much. In that fact. And yes, I suppose it's questions that kids do ask, but you don't want the most intelligent kid under the sun trying to prove it to little ones at the moment. I mean, we can laugh at it. I still enjoy it. I watch young Sheldon. I think it's really, really comical and sharp, and it's also a short one to watch before you go to bed, because I'm still trying to get through, finish the last season of Mayor of Kingstown. But yeah, I'm not quite sure, sweetheart, sometime in the end of October, I think. I don't know where we were. Yes, atheist agenda at play, typical Hollywood. Look, Hollywood, Hollywood. I don't know what's happening to that place these days. The movies are coming on Apple and Netflix and Amazon and stuff like that these days, more than what it's coming out in Hollywood. So yeah, and I even found a cinema here that actually plays foreign movies, or plays, listen to me, sounds so Afrikaans, dit speel op die, no, that actually shows foreign movies. The only thing is you've got to take a photo of the movie showing, because it's all in Chinese, and then when you actually translate it, it says English with Chinese subtitles. Well, why didn't you just say it in English? But yeah. And yeah, when you hold office, you need to be more reserved. Unfortunately, he's going to have to, yes, definitely so. I do believe, like Jim, you put him into parliament and you might scare the rest of the ANC right away. But it still wouldn't be a good thing to put him into parliament. But as I say, Ramon has been right and has called a spade a spade. But now you've got to call a spade a technical dirt lifting initiating object, to actually just keep it reserved as such. Please hit the like button. Yeah, there we go. I forgot about that. Please hit the like button. And Spruce. Cameron says, Trump, the new president, I missed a lot. No, not yet. I think they're elections are only in November, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not up to date with all the news and views and things to that wonderful stuff. But yeah, I just have always been fascinated by, not always, but I've just become fascinated by IOL. And when I actually look at their people that write for them, it's the biggest load of crap that I've seen on the internet. I think the Sowetan is more fair than what IOL is. And News 24, I haven't even renewed my subscription to News 24. Although I must say that if I have so much time at work these days, I am going to want to read the U magazine. So yeah, it's going to be a toss-up whether, when I start getting paid again, whether I fix up the Cambodian bank account, whether I actually get News 24 again. What's Endo say? Americans need to unburden by what has been the Democratic Party turned communist. Yeah, the Democratic Party has, I was watching what's it? Not Bowling for Columbine. Then Michael Moore did Bowling for Columbine. Then he did something 9/11, but then he did another one called 11/9. And I'm telling you, those guys who are like the ANC undercover, the way they put cronies and buddies into place. Democrats will crash the US economy, then blame Trump in 2025. That's the only problem is, you know what, Trump doesn't only have the job of trying to get the country right, but he's got to try and stop the country or the leaders, the leadership or whatever, or supposed to be leadership, from absolutely demolishing themselves in the process as such. I like the fact that South Africa's got a government of national unity. I don't think anyone's going to pull out so quickly. So it's not going to be like the NPU went, you know what, no, we're tired of playing politics. We're all going to retire. And yeah, you take the reins. I think the DA will stay there and just keep on navigating things. And I think in that sense, I think things are going to start getting better. I mean, there's already been things going better as well. As I said, you just need to pick up a pen and you're already doing things better. So you don't have shadows anymore. You've actually got people in place. So I don't know how they're going to twist it to actually start pointing fingers, but yeah, well, they have already by just, you know, I've appointed all my cronies, but why do you appoint your one? Okay, no. So yeah, what's it? Demon rats will crash the U.S. economy and then blame Trump. Well, yeah, that's the problem. He's going to have to fight against himself. Fiona says it is really funny when instructions on things are translated directly from Chinese to English. Yeah. There was a room in the law school that I was, and it was called the party room. Now, the first time I actually went to the party room, I thought, it was balloons and popcorn and things like that. And then I realized, no, it's actually a meeting room with a huge boardroom table and everything in the middle and flags and crap there. It's the party room, you know, like a party, the government party or whatever party. But yeah, you sit there and become part of a party too. So then there was a translation. They sent things in China all the time, Chinese all the time. And the one day I translated, I went running off to another guy. I said to him, listen, there's something about kids need to go to the bash room. And he went, yeah, no, it translates it like that. So yeah, it's sometimes quite comical. What's it? I bought an egg boiler from Temu and said so many minutes if you like your eggs ripe or half ripe. Henda says, have Woes Gousie, Roman Cabernet, germware in Parliament. It'd be before I'll get the popcorn out, entertaining, throw in Big Daddy Liberty and Angry Santa Claus White for good measure. Listen, you know what? You don't want too many people with strong views and opinions together, because that's when you have the atom bomb. Give them each a direction to go in. I'm sure it'll work. Put old Chris on the top. Germ defending away the ANC. And Al Gousie and Cabernet running the rest of the part. And you'll be a first world country in a few months, never mind a few years. The election in the year end and IOL is a joke of me. IOL, Dylan, you know what? I didn't really read IOL as much. I actually thought it was an overseas news thing. Shows you how uninformed I have actually been. And I only when this thing with Ronaldo came out that I started reading IOL. But yeah, when I started looking at who the people are that write columns over there, then I realized, you know, there's this one guy, he just cannot help. He wrote the last thing, but I think it was also about Ramon being there. But I mean, he just can't help playing the race card. It's like, wow, really? Michael Moore rules. I love Michael Moore's stuff. He's also like a straight shooter. Sounds like you should add avo with your boiled eggs. Dash of pepper and some lemon, and then don't forget the vinegar. Vinegar. In the Excel, my moor aflock, but with stir things up a bit more. Yeah, I'll probably get things moving. It's the way the cancer keeps stealing power. Yeah. Uh, you know, it's like China's just been across there again, and what did they've just given the country what 50 billion over 3 years. But then they keep on saying they're going to be teaching the guys and that. You know what? I've started losing hope in these guys being teachable, first of all, and then secondly, that is what 16 point something billion a year, which we've got to pay back again on top of World Bank debts and goodness knows whatever. And we know how China's loans works. You know what? If you can't pay it, we take the land or the area. I was watching Chris's thing, and it makes like no sense. They will pay zero fees on importing from China, but they didn't put in export fees. They didn't take away export fees. So it's still going to cost us to send out, but it won't cost us to bring in. So who does it actually benefit then? You know. So I can sell to you. I can send things to you, and it's not going to cost me anything. But so you buy from me, and it works out for you because you're not paying anything for it. Zero fees. I don't pay anything for it. But if I buy from you, it's going to cost. No, if I buy from you, it's not going to cost me. If I send to you, it's going to cost me. So if I want to sell to you, it's going to cost me. But if I give you money to get something, it's not going to cost me. So both ways, I'm giving you money still. I don't know. You know, I don't think South Africa's got that intelligence to pull that off. But yeah. Deeper in debt. I mean, I think Eskom, what did Eskom ask for? A 36% increase in tariffs? I mean, that's madness. Debbie says, I assume the same as, so no tea and cake in the party room. Yeah. No, I thought it was a party room, and I was deeply, deeply disappointed when I found it was a meeting. If I could only afford avos, I would definitely add them. I will think inside that, eats them, but I don't. The butchers must be doing well. I'm telling you, Jessie is round, but she's not here. I'm actually getting worried about that little dog. She looks like she's got a small head. She's really just getting round. Better than the boardroom. Good one, Orbot. One is bored in meetings long. Yeah, well, the nice thing is I don't have any more meetings, although I have agreed to go and dance on stage for some Teachers' Day or something on the 10th. When's the 10th? Tuesday. So yeah, gonna go and shake my ass. But it's nice. Don't wear a tie anymore. The first day I got to school, I was all tied up. I looked like I was going to go and save everybody because I looked like a minister there, and everyone's like, yo, dude, how's it going? And I'm like, oh, okay. That means ties are out. Everyone's like so chill. It's like I came back and said, Tina, where are my chinos? I can't wear these pants anymore. I actually look totally out. So yeah. Don't read IL, says Endo. You will go retarded doing so. Way too much Karens with the computer keyboards. And they have very tactfully put a section in there. I don't know if it has always been in there, but I see their tactfulness where it says opinions. It's sort of like, you can't hold this against me because it's an opinion. My opinion is, yeah. People kicking off against Eskom raising tariffs. Yeah, I can imagine that they are. So, I mean, where did they get the power from all of a sudden? And then they just like, whoops, bump it all up. The 50 billion is just more for the ANC to loot. Yeah, my dad once realized on a Friday that we don't have my mom's grant coming anymore. Oh, my goodness, yeah, so cash is extra tight. It's causing too much stress. And that does put stress on you. I mean, I'm going to get an income hopefully from next next month. But what has stressed me out is that guys with a 1-year contract haven't been paid for the holiday this holiday. And they're all up in arms and everything about it. And I'm going, well, geez, what about me next year? You know, and what happens to me? So, you know, if I resign, I was under the impression we get paid across there. And then it's like, oh, well, you're just going to make sure it's written in this. And now I've got to, yeah. Yes, Fiona, they want some teachers to tweak on stage or twerk on stage, and I don't know how my twerking is going to go because I don't have a twerker, but I'll try and do the Zulu slam or something like that. Or what Eskom needs 12%, asks for 36, they barter and get 18, and they still win. Yeah. Always go for 10 times as much. IIL opinions are hot. Exactly, Arbot. Yeah, I mean, isn't that what you always did when you wanted a bank loan? You tell them you need 500,000 so that when they eventually get you down to 100,000, they think they've beaten you. Belly dancing. Jeez, Debbie. I just have to stand there and just tap it every now and again and it'll dance by itself. Said Western Cape fired a lot of teachers. Did they? Because I know the last I heard, John Steenhuisen was busy going against the fact that they need that they've got to up some budget there so that they do not lose teachers. And I thought the Western Cape would be the last place for them to actually lose teachers because, yeah. Dylan, between a rock and a hard place. Yeah. Now not to educate out. What? Now not to educate out young. Automatically belly dancing. Yeah. I just like walk on and there it's like it does the dance and then I walk off. I'm basically the transport mode for a belly dance, if that's what you guys are asking. But yes, I don't know. You know, we were talking about it the other day and we were saying, you know what? You miss South Africa. I very, very much do miss South Africa. Should I go back to South Africa? Not while I'm working, no, because I don't think I'll get a job there, first of all. And second of all is, yeah, I don't know what my life would be like there. We're going to try and go through in February. That's correct, Ellen. You're needing more teachers. I don't know if the lovely lady from the Bay is there, but if, Alison, if you have not heard of this yet, go to a site called Magic School. I use a lot of ChatGPT for a lot of things. I've learned to use it almost daily for slides, for lesson plans, for lessons, for activities, for everything. I use ChatGPT. So I went in a little bit of a course thing, and then the last day they flipped over to Magic School. Jeez, what a stunning program. You can actually take a YouTube video, put it into Magic School, and then you can ask for a summary. It'll give you a summary of the video. If you want to, it'll give you a printout. You can take it and ask it for a reading composition with questions. You can ask it for to make you a questionnaire, give you a certain amount of questions from it. You can tell it, give me true, false questions, give me selection of questions, just give me open-ended questions. You can be more specific and say, give me questions on the actions of the people, on the colors, on the whatever of the video. And it will actually generate that by just placing the YouTube video into the Magic School. And then, of course, there's frameworks. Everything that I was needing, I found at the end. I actually have it here. I can actually open it. I'll see now if it'll open. But it is absolutely a fantastic thing called Magic School. Let's see if it'll open on this little Fly Fox, because I use Edge. I have not got Chrome on this machine anymore. So, yeah. It's enormous fun. I'm using voice recognition software as a minder. So I love that. I love voice recognition software. Here we go. Let me try and share this quickly. Hello. Nothing's working. There. Magic School. That's what it's called. Magic School. And it's got tools, professional email, email responder, email family. Then it's rubric generator. Now, I love this rubric generator because whenever I gave the kids PBLs, which is, project-based learning, then they'd either have to do writing, or they would have to do a presentation, or they would have to do an activity. Now, we had standard rubrics that you'd have to like try and join the lines to and go, oh, well, this will work with this line, or that will work with that line. We'll make that this. Now, what I do with the rubric generator, I say, I take the instructions. If I've said to them, write me something about when you went on an outing, write it in the past, present, past tense, and use adjectives, and ensure that you use paragraphs. And then I take my instructions and I actually paste it into the rubric generator. The rubric generator then says, well, how many lines do you want it out of? Do you want like bad, fair, good? Or do you want like bad, fair, not too bad, better, whatever? And it generates it into, I don't think I've got an old one. I can take a look, see, but I don't think I've got an old rubric. No, I need to go. I need to subscribe to it. It's $100 a year, but you can use it quite well enough with free. Writing feedback, if they actually give you typed feedback or typed writing feedback, you can put it in there. It'll actually do feedback for you. Text-dependent questions, exemplar, non-exemplar, image creator, here's your presentation generator. So you'll basically, you can actually put in the presentations what grade you want it for. I've like got 9th grade there because I think my 11th grade's in 9th grade. You can ask it for the number. Let me put this here. The number of slides, 5, 10, 15, 20. Topic, standard, content, or objective. So the more detail you give it over there, obviously the more detailed the slides will be, including suggestions of pictures, etc., etc. Additional criteria. So I naturally say put it to the Cambridge Standard of Education and National Cambridge English. And then I generate, and it actually generates slides which you can then export into Google Slides and then just download as a PPT. Text writer, lesson plan, fantastic. It'll do your lesson plan for you. But not only will it do the lesson plan for you, if you go a little bit further down here, where was it? It does your whole curriculum syllabus. It'll generate a whole syllabus for you. Exemplar, non-world connections, math spiral, Jeopardy review game, team builder, icebreaker, teacher observations, data table analysis, letters of recommendation, thank you notes. There's even custom chatbot. There's even a thing if you want to. There's a rainy chatbot over here. Word story, maths problems, project-based learning, standard unpacker, email responder, song generator if you want a song for your class. Magic School for student ideas. You can actually put it to the student as well so that they get to work with it, and then you get to actually check their work if all of them have got computers or things to that effect as well. But it's got professional emails, but it's even got letters to parents, text-dependent questions, unit plan. So if you're going to do a unit, it'll generate the plan for your whole unit. I don't know what 5E model lesson plans are, but vocabulary list generators, multiple explanations, data table analysis, vocabulary-based text. It is absolutely amazing. And this tongue twisters, social media posts. So if you need to do something for your social media, survey creator, PD planner, gift suggestions, SAT, I think, well, that's for the overseas schools, coach, sports practice. But you can and this is all on your free version. The only thing that is closed on the free version, I think, is pulling it. Oh, there's one or two things, but I haven't used it enough to actually to justify going off the free version. It is absolutely phenomenally fantastic. This one is good. There's another one that I also use called Teachermatic, and also has free and paid version. At the moment, the free version is doing very, very well. A lot of the times I take ChatGPT and generate the information I want in ChatGPT and then put it over into Teachermatic or Magic School. But Magic School at the moment is really, really magic. My internet's not magic at the moment. Look, yeah. Project-based teaching, it does everything at Magic School. About £65 a year, probably. Yeah, it's $100 a year for it, which I really don't mind paying. I mean, if Ina starts working and she needs it, we'll happily pay it if we need to. I'm actually more looking at paying the ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is like $20 a month. Alison can rewatch this live stream to get all these tips or DM me for more info. There we go. Thank you very much, Inda. I don't know if I can put this into the sorry, there we go. There's the link. Teachermatic's taking its sweet ass time. I don't know. I'm not too impressed with Firefox at the moment. Because I mean, I grew up in the, and so I type Firefox, crumbs. I grew up in the days where teachers used Twinkle and Super Teacher worksheets and Lesson Planet and K5 Learning. This stuff does it all for you. When I was generating exams, then I would say, give me a reading comprehension, a short reading comprehension at A5. I nearly said National Geographic. At Cambridge National English A2 level, with 5 true/false questions and 5 selections, selecting questions, and then give me the answers at the end. And it took seconds to generate, and I just copy and spoeg and plak and paste it in there, and Bob's your uncle. It's a pleasure, Endo. Thanks. Yeah, it is absolutely, Alison, for you, it is going to be absolute dream. Endo, let me see if I can get Teachermatic working on Edge, because at the moment I use Edge for everything, and I've sort of put Flyfox as my subsidy, but it's not. Brave, thank you. I was wondering. I was thinking of this DuckDuckGo and stuff like that. Brave, Endo, that's a really good option, is to use Brave. Okay, there's Teachermatic just come up over there. And you can log in with your Google details and everything like that, so you don't need to start an account or anything to that effect. And as I say, Alison, I have been using it, and I've not had the need to actually pay for it yet. I've been using ChatGPT and not paid for it yet. You can see I'm a real cheap ass at the moment, you know. Talking about the needs and wants that people need and people want. Yeah. No, I am definitely going to go through Brave. Thank you very much, Endo. That was a very brave remark of yours. But yes, and I actually wanted to show you my writing pad. This is what my teachers gave me, well, the friends I had in the at school before I left, because I use a notebook. I don't use a diary. I use a notebook, and I write down every single day everything on the notebook, top to bottom. And this, Amba. Now, this is frozen. No, it's not. I just don't know how to get out of it yet. There we go. But I can actually go, let's go to my home. The home has got, I'm not going to go, it's got the internet on it, it's got email on it, and it's got a calendar on it, and it's got a calculator, and an e-reader thing. But I just go into my documents, and then I use e-reader. But the most important thing that I enjoy about this, take the meetings away, go back, is it has notes. So I actually have notes, but then I have different folders. So I have my daily school folder, which I have. So for everything, not daily to do. Oh yeah, it's my daily to do, which I deleted because it was all the other school stuff. But let me just show you. Yeah, and then I can actually just write it on there. So instead of having a whole notebook, and it writes quite easily. If I can just. A little bit better if I can do it quickly. But yeah, you can actually write quite neatly with this pen, and it works really, really great. Save it under different savings and put it in a file. So now instead of actually having a notebook, I actually have my email, my e-reader, and my calendar, everything in one file here. I think it was quite cheap. I don't think they got a very expensive one, but very, very nice, because you can now just jot down, because I had notebook after notebook after notebook, and I like those that you could open with the little wire rings on it. And so you could lay it flat, and then I would write the date at the top of each day, and then everything that I was doing that I do, I'd take a note on there, so that if I'm looking for something, I can always go back. If I took a number from somebody, or if I said something, or I wrote down something, etc., it was all done on that in that day. The only problem is that when I had to plan forward, it was difficult, because then I had to write it at the bottom and carry it forward every day as I went. Now I just jot it on the calendar, see if there's anything that I've got on the calendar, and then actually carry on with it as such. So I do have the opportunity to go forward. It's not massive. It's not got like project planners and things to that effect, which I really, really don't like. I like a simple diary, and that's why I only use a notebook, actually. And that was actually pretty cool. I'm just really worried about losing the pen. It's called, what's it? Hold a second. He has another comment for Hendo. Moan, Moaan. Yeah. You do get a very expensive one. I actually saw it with another teacher that I was actually in the AI class with. And that's when I said, "Oh, well, geez, have you got a link where I can actually get that?" The I don't need thing again, and yeah. So Brave browser. I'm definitely going to be pulling Brave down now as well, and I'm also going to take a look at a shop around. I want to take a look at what did I say? Cam, you actually mentioned it to me the other day. I think it's Melon is the OBS one, and then Restream, and just take a look what their prices are as well. Because StreamYard was supposed to be able to do their own little thumbnails, and they don't. So yeah. Yes, no, that was really a great gift. It's so I did have friends there. I wasn't totally alone, etc., etc. I actually sort of like feel guilty and lost over here because I feel I need to be doing work. So I actually prepare a huge presentation, and then I don't get through it because a lot of the kids, I'm dealing with grade 11 and 12, and it's something that they're not writing assessments or exams on or anything like that. They do English with Chinese teachers, so I just do ESL, English as second language, sort of conversation, talking, maybe vocabulary, but we get so they don't do any writing, they don't do any assessments or anything like that. So some of them will just like lie on their arms and go to sleep. Some of them will just carry on with other homework or something like that. So and I just like no, okay, talk with me and everything, and then I actually don't get through the whole PowerPoint. So I sort of like over prepare to what is required as such. So I'm still busy with like half introductions because I only see every class. All 13 classes are individual, so I only see every class once a week. And 11 and 12, I can actually do the same class with them. So I literally only need to prepare one class a week as we go. Hendo, so much tech devices you can use today, tomorrow. This is my weak spot, Hendo. This is my weak spot is tech devices. I love gadgets, but this was a very useful one because I now have information where I write down all my. Well, I write down my emails and passwords, but I will just write down like the first thing of the email and then the first and the last letter of the password, just so I don't know which password I've used on it, so that if it does go for a ball, no one's got all my passwords and stuff like that. And maybe a site and a first and last password. Buzzy, my handwriting is now scribble, really struggling. Ay. And it doesn't help, I suppose, having a keyboard either, because that's also very nice. Very hard to work on with your fingers. Hinder says, yes, plenty of space for your cat scratching, Andre notebook. You should see me hit spiders with this book. Doodle book. Yeah, I love it. 2 pieces. Try Temu shopping channel for cheap stuff like a replacement pen if you lose yours. This is what I was actually worried about, because that pen drops out so quickly. It's just not funny. This is your season of your life to catch your breath. I am really hoping so. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping that there's not going to be anything strange, but yeah. Hendo, is Andre teacher, doodler, Debbie? What? Where's this Teachermatic thing? I'm still trying to open Teachermatic so that I can get a. Let me just drop here so that if you want to take a look at it, Alison, there's Teachermatic as well, but I do think what's the name is much better. We'll show you Teachmatic next time because we've gone over the hour already. So yes, right, keep those urges in. It's a plezier, meneer. If I didn't have you holding me to my URLs and Buzzy holding me to my links, I wouldn't be doing any tuning at 2 o'clock there. But guys, look after yourselves. Have an absolutely awesome time, and don't do what I do. Do what I don't. See what it makes you look like. But yeah, try and be cognizant of what you want to what you need, because it is an absolute burden that we actually put ourselves into, and it's a difficult habit to get out of. And I think, you know what, you tend to stop being grateful for things when you're like, I want that, and it's like, no, you don't. You got what you wanted. Now you're wanting more. And yeah. So you know what? It's the extra little things. Sometimes it's good to have a nice little chocolate, but I'm talking about a little bit more expensive things or more recurring as we can go. But yeah, look after yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Don't read IOL. Pray for Ronaldo, pray for Cameron. We're keeping you in our thoughts and our prayers as well. And yes, the world is going mad, but we are the sane ones that actually get together on a Sunday and have a good chat. Thank you so very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Take care, be good, and if you can't be good, remember, be kind. Cheers, cheers. Take care.